Okay, I believe we are live. Just give me a moment or two. I'm going to make sure that everything is working fine and we shall get started. Okay. Yeah, seems to be good. Hello, and a very warm welcome to today's YouTube live stream. Today is 29th of June 2020. It's 5 o'clock in the UK. So wherever you are in the world, hope you had a great weekend and had a good Monday so far. In today's live stream, I'm going to go through Google Ads discovery ads. If you are new to this live stream, there is a comment box on the right hand side. Any questions you may have, please put them over there and I'll do my best to answer it for you. If you have any other comments, please carry on adding to the comment box and I'll revert to that at the end of the session. Now, I did this a few weeks ago on discovery ads, and I had quite a few people request that please do another one with a different type of targeting to it. So I thought I'll do another session on discovery ads, because these are pretty new in Google Ads and they work wonderfully well if you are looking for brand awareness or for or you want to run a direct call to action campaigns. So first of all, let's hop on to the Google Support Center and see what they say about discovery campaigns. It says you can use discovery campaigns to reach 2.9 billion customers across Google. So it's almost half the population of the world. And thanks to Google's audience and customer intent signals, this campaign type helps you deliver highly visual, inspiring, personalized ad experience to people who are ready to discover and engage with your brand. And it's all through just a single Google Ads campaign. So you can put in text, images, your logo as well, and Google is going to create highly effective and visual ads which will be shown across all the various Google properties. So you can really scale your campaigns, and the good thing about these is not many people or advertisers are using these right now. So what I found that the cost per click is extremely low, and if you are running brand awareness campaigns to your blog or to video or whatever, I find that these ads work really well because the level of engagement when they come onto my website is pretty high as well. So you can see over here, where are we? When to use. So you want to drive conversions with your media at scale. You want to reach new customers with your media, or you want to reconnect with your most valuable customers. So what that means is you can also run remarketing campaigns to visitors who had previously been to your website. Okay, hi Sandy, how are you? Good to see you here. So there's lots more you can read over here, so I won't go into a great amount of details, but just to give you a simple overview as to what discovery ads or campaigns can do. So let's hop into the interface. You go on the create new campaign. Now you can select any goals, or without a campaign without a goals guidance. This does not mean that we are not tracking conversions. Of course we are going to be tracking conversions, but this will give us the full features of Google Ads. You want to go on here. If you don't see this box in your account, that means your account has not been whitelisted for the discovery ads. And once you see this box, obviously you can carry on running these, and then you click on continue. You name your campaign the way you want, select your location, your language. Now with these kind of ads, there's only two ways you can bid. One is through a target cost per action. So whatever that cost per action is, whether you want somebody to click on your ad and come through to your website as a visitor, or want a sign up, or somebody to make a purchase, that's the cost per action which you want to put in here. Otherwise, you just let it run and Google will maximize your conversions as the bid strategy. What you also want to do is, if you are selecting TCPA, so let's say you've got £1 or whatever currency you are using, you need to give at least 10 times the budget of that. So if I'm running at 1 TCPA, the budget I would need to give as a bare minimum is £10. Yeah, this was 5, then this would obviously become 50, because you need to give Google the budget and the room so that it can go out there and bid and get those conversions for you. What I tend to do is to go on maximize conversions to start with, and then once I've got data in my account and I can see that I'm getting conversions at such a cost, then you can set up a target CPA. Start end days is straightforward. Conversions, you set it up from here, whether you want to set your conversions at account level or choose a specific conversion action for this campaign. You can't exclude, but discovery campaigns exclude more sensitive content where applicable, so you don't need to worry too much about it as to where your ads will be shown. They will be shown at all websites and networks where they don't have sensitive content or content which you don't want your ads to show through to. Then you set up your ad group name. Now those of you who have been over here before and have seen me set up ad groups, especially, what I tend to do is to target one audience per ad group. So if I was to target advertising and marketing services, I would name this as advertising and marketing services. Then I'll make the ads, keep this ad group ready, copy and paste it, and all I would do is change the targeting to if I'm targeting this audience for my business, so I would be then targeting SEO, SEM services, and so on. What you also want to do is to think outside the box and not just think about what are your obvious audiences. So for example, marketing, advertising is fine, but for example, anyone who is registering a domain, that means that they are about to set up an online business or about to go online. So that is a good audience, and this is an in-market audience. That means it's a very recent audience where somebody has recently gone onto places like GoDaddy, HostGator, and websites like those where they are purchasing domains or registering their domain names. I would like to definitely go after this audience, as well as web design and development. That means they have a website and they may need online marketing as well as web hosting, web services. So anything to do with the internet, I would go after, because that's where my audience potentially can be. You can also go under the ideas tab, where you will also find a lot of other ideas to target. And then if you are targeting, let's say, avid investors, then that would be a separate ad group. If you keep them separately, then you can straight away eyeball them and say, well, you know what, this one is performing really well, whereas event planning isn't. Business financial services are. So you can then bid accordingly, and also run different ads. Obviously, in the case of the discovery ads, the bidding is not applicable because you are going on target CPO, maximize conversions. But if it was a manual campaign, then you can obviously change the bids. But what you can do to optimize these is to have a different message or different ads for investors compared to business financial services and so on. So that's how you can create better click-through rates, or increase your click-through rates, as well as hopefully getting a better performance in your campaign. And the other thing which I could also suggest is have a different landing page for the various websites, because various audiences, because they may be different messaging altogether in your ad. And if that is the case, then you just need to make sure that your ad copy is congruent to your landing page. The other place where you can also go to find really good audiences is under this browse tab. This is the key, and this is where you can make or break your campaign. You've got detailed demo, affinity, in-market, live events. Now these live events, Google keeps on adding new ones. Previously there were only a handful of them, but now look, this is a new one. Business creation, college graduation was there, home renovation was there. Job change, I believe, is a new one. New pet is definitely a new one, so they're adding cat to her household soon. I don't know how they know it, but there you go. They know more about us than we know about ourselves. Purchasing a home or retirement. Once I've selected I'm gonna take all of these out. What was the name I kept? Advertising and marketing, yeah. I'll keep one over here. The other thing which you can also do is create a custom intent audience, where you can really go after a very specific type of audience. So what we are trying to do is to telling Google that, let me show you quickly. So let's say domains, right? Is the name, so people looking to buy domain, registered domain, and so on. I can put in, let's see if this, so what I'm telling Google is, I want to show my ads to people who are either searching for these kind of keywords or going to these kinds of website. So what you want to do is, as it says over here, add at least 50 keywords to it to give Google a fair bit of information. And then these custom intent audiences work wonderfully well. And I know it takes a little bit of time, but it won't take you a long time to set it up. And once it's set up, then you can keep on using them over and over again. Okay, I'm going to all set. You may see up to 20% increasing in conversion volume. So what this checkbox does is it reach more people with your ads that will likely increase performance of your campaign. So kind of like lookalike or similar audiences. If you uncheck that, then obviously it won't expand your audience. It's up to you. You can test it, see what happens. If not, then switch it off. Then you can select your demographics, who you want to show your ads to and who you don't. And then we go on to the bottom, which is for the create your ads. Now you can have a carousel ad or a discovery ad. All you need to do here is enter your URL and then add at least one marketing image and one logo image, and which goes you put up over here, up to 5 headlines for split testing, up to 40 characters long. Now normally in expanded text ads and responsive search ads you get 30 characters, so the headlines are a bit longer here. Description is the same character, 90. Put your business name in. Don't forget to put in your call to action, because I've seen a lot of campaigns where people have not put this in. So whatever your call to action is, there are quite a few: apply, book, contact us, download, and so I quite like this one, learn more, because this is a very low-hanging fruit. I'm not asking them for a commitment. I'm not asking them to give me their email. I'm not asking them to sign up or download or anything like that. All I'm asking them is, okay, learn more. So when I'm driving traffic to my blog, so I've got my blog post, got my video on there, and then obviously I will have different call to actions on that page rather than on the ad. So on the ad, I'm just telling them to, yeah, you can learn more if you want to find out whatever it is in your headline, in your ad, which headlines or the description line. Now in here, you need to make sure that you upload the right size, otherwise you will have a problem. So when you click on an image, you then tell Google whether this is an image or a logo. Now a lot of people get confused about this size, 1.91 ratio to 1. If you open up, if you create a thumbnail for a YouTube video, which is usually 1920 by 1080 pixels, then that would be fine. Or what you can do is you can make up a new one as 600 by 314 pixels, and that will do the trick. You can have different options as well, so you can also have a square one as well, but obviously this will not crop in as a square one, because you can see that the Y and the character O is coming up in the image. So I would create 2 different ones, one as a rectangle, one as a square, and then I'll upload them both. In the square one, I probably will put the YouTube logo somewhere there, or change the layout or the design of it. But if this does not fit, then all you do is uncheck that and just select one as a rectangular image. And when it comes to my logo, you can see that I've given Google 2 logos. One is the square one, which is the 300 by 300. Now, because my logo is SF Digital Studios, it's quite long. All we are doing is now just giving them the SF, which fits in nicely as a square, and as a 600 by 150 logo over here. So then what I do is I upload different headshots to see which one or which pose is converting or getting clicked more. So give a variety of images to see what happens. So this is, once you've uploaded these images, all you do is add to ad group and create campaign, and you're pretty much good to go. It's fairly straightforward, very easy. And just to show you the kind of results I'm getting, as I said earlier on, that the traffic which I get is quite good. So this is a discovery campaign. So when you see this little star icon, you know that this is a discovery one. So I've got, let's go last 30 days. So we have a bit more date range. So in the last 30 days, I had 8,552 visitors to my site, 733,000 impressions. So from the branding perspective, it's great, because what I'm doing is I'm advertising my YouTube live stream sessions. That if you want to learn Google Ads or tutorials, training, all these different types of messages, then you click on the ad and they go to my blog, and from there I send them to YouTube. And the reason why I don't send directly to YouTube is because I can't pixel them over there, but when they come to my blog I can pixel them, and as well as they are in my remarketing audience for display and video, because when they do watch the video, which I have on every blog post, and you may see on my website, every page pretty much has got a video on it, I will then remarket. So this is a remarketing campaign. All of these are my remarketing campaigns, as you can see, because I have a fair amount of people viewing my videos on YouTube and on the internet. So as soon as they view my video, I can remarket to them. And also obviously with my organic traffic, which we get by uploading regular content to our blog post. So remarketing is very important, so I don't need to go after the cold audience per se. CTR for a display kind of a campaign is pretty good. Look at the cost. It's 2p. For 152 pounds, I had 8,500 people and almost 750,000 impressions. So I don't think you can get that kind of results anywhere. It's great. You want to amplify your message and your brand, highly recommend you do this. The conversion is a click on my landing page, so don't think that these are not sign-ups. These are just coming to my landing page, and that's what I'm optimizing for the clicks. And here's how I see whether this quality of traffic is good or not. So what you want to do is definitely link up your analytics to your Google Ads account. So I've got these three metrics which are really important: pages per session, average session duration, and bounce rate, right? So 2 pages per session, 48 seconds duration, and the bounce rate is 23%. So it's pretty low for the bounce rate and pretty good for the average duration and the number of pages. Now, if I saw that these people who are clicking on these ads coming to my site and they are bouncing off after 5 seconds, I know that's junk traffic, right? So probably coming through apps and all kinds of spammy websites. But Google is pretty good at sending traffic from these discovery ads, because if your targeting is good and you keep on optimizing your ads and your messages, then you will find that you are getting some really good results. The other thing which I also, whilst I'm here, is to let you guys know is the Gmail ads. Gmail is amazing. See, it's double, is the highest out of all of my campaigns, 4 pages per session, and look at that average session duration. So this is the winner for me out of all my campaigns which are ticking along, and I've given all of these campaigns a bit of budget, and we just let it run and run and run to drive traffic to our website. Okay, I'm gonna go to the comments and see if you have got any questions, and if you have any questions, then now is your chance to ask me before I wrap up. In the deep, how do you reduce invalid clicks in display campaign? Well, that's what I was just talking about in the deep. First of all, you need to stop your ads running on the apps, and you can only do that through the Google Ads editor. If you don't know how to do that, you got to start learning that. in the playlist I have, or on my channel, I have got links to the videos where I've shown you how to do that as well. But that is one way of doing that, to stop it. The other way is to look at your data. If you find that you are getting clicks and those people coming to your website are just, the average session duration is 5 seconds or 7 seconds or something like that, you don't want to be running that, and you know that those are pretty much a wasted budget. So that is something. The other way you can stop invalid clicks on display is by having a system in place for stopping certain domains like .cn, .ru, or any domain which has got games in it, or websites like those. Now that is a little bit more complicated to set up, because you need to have a Google Ads script running all the time, and that will keep on catching up these domains and stopping that. If you are running a lot of domains, beg your pardon, a lot of display campaigns, get in touch with me and we'll be able to help you set it up. Okay, create the party. Hello sir, your video is very helpful, thank you. Thank you for being here and spending time with me. Thanks, my pleasure. And these sessions are for you guys, my friends. This is absolutely your opportunity to learn. I started these since the lockdown started, and the response has been so good that I shall continue doing this as long as you guys keep watching them. Okay, Sandy Entertainments. I will challenge anyone, sir. Nobody will not share this type of high value for free every day. Okay, thank you, appreciate that. Yeah, and that's the thing, is you can also do the same thing for yourselves and for your business. You give away good quality, high quality information, and then you wait and see what happens. Literally, I have got courses which are for paid, but I'm giving all this information for free as well. It's because it builds up trust, and most importantly, it builds up my brand, my message. You guys keep listening to me, you trust me, and hopefully when you need someone to run your Google ads or need help, anything to do with online advertising, hopefully you'll come to me. Okay, Adam. Hi Adam. What's the main difference between smart ads and discovery ads? Yeah, that's what I'm also trying to figure out. That's a really good question, and I will, I think, answer it for you. I've been looking at it and they look very similar to me. I think on smart ads, the big difference is it goes on those Google properties and networks like Google Maps for sure. It goes on AOL, ask.com, Wiki, and all those channels. So the biggest one I would say is the Google Maps, where you run ads, but don't quote me on it. I'm also not 100% as to what I'm going to find out and see what's the main difference. But that also works. But for smart ads, you need to make sure you link your Google My Business page 100%, because otherwise it won't work properly. Amish, discovery campaign, remarketing ad group perform better as compared to general audience. How to improve to consume budget equally? Well, you have different campaigns, and one keep it for remarketing and one for your cold audience. And obviously I would give the maximum to my remarketing campaign, because that audience has already been to my website. They know of me and my brand, so I want to go after them a bit more aggressively. Okay, Priya, in same ad group, can I run 2 ads with different video? Not on this one. The video you can't put in, But what you can do is you can definitely have multiple ads, but I don't think you need multiple ads, and here's why. Because you have 5 headlines and 5 description lines. Unless you create a completely different set of, and multiple images, mind you, right? So don't just put up one. You can put up multiple images in there as well. And that is what Google is going to do, is in one of the ads is going to take headline 1 with description 2 and image 1. In another ad, it will take headline 5 with description 3 with image 2 and so on. So it's already split testing for you. That's the beauty of it. You don't need to create multiple ads, and I wouldn't recommend you do that. But if you got a completely different set of images or headlines and descriptions, then by all means you can set up multiple ones. But I don't do that. I just have these because there's already enough data in here and it just becomes too confusing. Sandy, what is a good bounce rate percentage? Well, bounce rate works both ways. If I come to your website and I've got all that information which was promised on your ad or wherever I clicked your link, I can then go away. That's fine, as long as I've taken that call to action which you want me to do, which it could be watch a video or sign up to your newsletter or make a purchase, right? But if I don't do that and I'm bouncing off, then obviously I want to make sure that, or you want to make sure that I go on to multiple pages of your website and reduce that bounce rate. So it works both ways. There's no good number whether the bounce rate should be high or should be low. For my campaigns, because I want them to browse my website, I want the bounce rate to be low. So that's my answer for you. And the entertainments, please make the FB groups like that for your own community. Oh God, another platform. I'm trying to keep up with YouTube, and Facebook will be another. I will hopefully soon, but not yet. I just want to focus on one thing, and this is the thing. You can do too many different things. You know, you want to do this, you want to do that, you want to also be on that channel. There's so many different things. You'll see that I'm just focusing right now on YouTube and building up this community over here. And we do put up content on LinkedIn, Facebook, Instagram, but the level of engagement I get on YouTube, I don't get anywhere else. So this is why I just keep on uploading more over here. You're welcome, Amish. Okay, Prajapati, how did you learn Google Ads? Oh God, by making a lot of mistakes. I started in 2009, I think, where I used to get a click on the search network for about a penny or 2 pennies or something like that. It was ridiculous, and that's how I kept learning and learning and learning. And still learn. Yeah, absolutely, I learn every day. Yeah, there's no one is an expert and nobody knows everything. Pranub, advertising on YouTube looks more premium than Facebook. Do you agree? What do you call it as a premium? I don't know. Are you referring to cost? If that is the case, then video across all the channels I find is extremely low cost. The reason being, not many people are doing it. I believe only 11 or 12% of business owners or businesses are using video in their marketing mix. So if you haven't started it yet, and if you don't start now, I don't think you ever will. The whole world is pretty much on a lockdown, and right now I'm reaching out to you guys from all over the world. I have been doing this for the last 2.5 years, and I can assure you and I can promise you one thing, is I have not left this desk for over 2.5 years to go and knock on people's doors to get more customers or go cold calling. I'm just doing this YouTube, and that's about it. And people are coming to me, new customers I get, and leads every day. And that's my focus to you guys, that you need to just keep on focusing it and do it consistently. I know one of our very good clients, he's in California, Richard. If you are watching up, I'm pretty sure he is. He does log in every day, and I'm super impressed with him because he has given himself a 90-day challenge to upload a video a day, like I did in 2018. Yes. And he wakes up early in the morning because he couldn't keep up with his day work as well. He's got his day schedule, and on top make videos, shoot videos, and now his system and processes are slowly being set up, and he is getting more and more relaxed about how quickly he can create videos. In the beginning it was a little bit of a stressful experience, but I too had this problem. Before, it used to take me 4 hours to do one little video. Now I can do the same video in 4 minutes. So we've got a team of 6 now behind me, so I just do these videos, and the rest they take over all the transcribing, editing, uploading, putting up on all the social media, etc. So, but you have to start small and slowly, but you have to keep doing it. You will not build up your brand by uploading a handful of videos. You have to keep doing it. Okay, Abhi. Hi, Abhi. Is it possible to set up smart campaigns for rival keywords only? You mean competitor keywords? Yeah, what you can do is you can set up custom intent audience. So what you are telling Google is you are kind of like pixeling your competitors' traffic. So you are legally stealing somebody else's traffic. You're telling Google, show my ads to people who go to these kind of websites. So you can easily do that. You're welcome, Sandy. Hi Richard. I thought you'll be online. So I'll give you a call later on. Brilliant. So I think I've covered all the comments and questions. So thank you guys for being here. Hope you enjoyed it. If you haven't subscribed, then yeah, hit the subscribe button and the notification. I'll be here tomorrow, same time. Sandy, one last question I'll cover. How much helpful discovery ads for e-commerce? Look, you build up your brand and everything will fall into its own place. Why do we trust Amazon so much? If another company pops up tomorrow and starts selling cheaper than Amazon, I don't think many of us will go to that cheaper company. We'll still use Amazon because sometimes you have that brand affinity, trust, and that is the key. Amazon, eBay, all of these brands, we know that they are not going to let us down. Sometimes, yes, they may get things wrong, which everybody does, but overall, you know, you wouldn't think twice from buying from them. So even if it's e-commerce, one thing which I would highly recommend is put videos on your e-com product pages. Have a look at Amazon and just copy what they do. Do not try to be clever and reinvent the wheel. Now you will find on every product page, they've got this little videos on there. So if they're doing it, I'm going to do that as well. So invest in video and you will find that you are increasing your conversions. Cool, that's enough for today and me rambling on. Thanks again. I'll see you guys tomorrow. Take care.